Hey, ladies and gentlemen. After a few hours of playing Ratchet Clank 1, getting to the point with the Gadgetron after doing all that, let's see if it doesn't give it to me this time, then it's broken and stupid. If it doesn't. Okay. Finally. Now we've got a 10% discount. A very slight discount, but better than, you know, nothing at all. You know what I mean? It's still saving bolts. Now, it's in this case not quite like real life where, yeah, every penny counts, don't get me wrong, but as someone once put it, I think what's his name on Extra Credits once put it, yeah, the game, if it's on a big discount, yeah, it's, you know, it's because you saw that it's basically, if you buy something and never use it, it's worth nothing. You know what I mean? Or, you know, if you know what he means, like, it's like if you get something and never use it, whether or not it was on discount, it's worth nothing if you yeah, never use it. Anyway, so that's actually a pretty good point. There we go. So this place isn't too bad. It's one of those kind of disorienting things because it's like all curvy and because it's on a moon and like a small planet-ish thing. So, you know, my cat's trying to tell me something. What is it, Sylvester? Oh shoot, I can't go there. Oh, what? Okay. Just go all the way around then. Huh? Huh? He's trying to tell me something. I don't know what it is. But anyway. What? I don't know if you all can hear him or not, but you might hear a slight sound in the background. It's not the loudest meower, but he's, you know, he can make himself heard. Yeah, I'm able to do that and concentrate on this game at the same time. Whoa, 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 what's going on? Whoa, 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 whoa. These aren't getting you as high as they used to. You know what I mean, man? Okay. Oh boy, he's gonna start scratching things and making loud noises just to be annoying. Alright, so it goes that way, then that way. Okay, I need to be right there. I'm not too far away from it. Okay. Oh, look, a bulb. Sylvester? Trying to mess around with something. Yeah, there he goes. He's like, I'm just gonna scratch it. I'm just gonna scratch this now and pull it as hard as I can. Whatever he's thinking. Oh my gosh. I really hate when games do that. They like you hit the button and it doesn't respond, so it just acts like you just didn't hit it at all, so you just fall. What the heck is going on here? Like, I'm not intentionally doing this, ladies and gentlemen. Also, if I sound a little stressed out, it's because I did just spend, like, like I said, a few hours on the original Ratchet Clank to get to the point, just so I could get that stupid discount. Not the tear, guys. Not the... Okay. Yeah, I had to spend all that time. I've already done it before, but no, I had to do it again just because I wasn't there at that point, like, because I started over at the beginning, because I was like, hey, if I ever come back to this, you know, I'll just start all over, and that way I'll be here, I'll have all my weapons and stuff, but no, they had to be like, hold on just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, we're back. This goes there. But yeah. Because like, it didn't count, because, I mean, like, I could understand if you haven't gotten there yet, obviously. That would be understandable. But no. On there, it's like, well, you gotta be after that point. No matter what, you know, even if you've beaten it like a million times, you still gotta be right there. That's really dumb. Look, asteroid field. But yeah, it didn't really make that much sense. Ratchet, you know, you could start grabbing onto the sides there. I mean, it's not that complicated. Apparently it was too complicated for the developers to do it. At least they put more effort into making this than they did with Sega did with Sonic Forces. Or, well, yeah, Sega. Because Sonic, if it was, I don't know for sure, but if it was up to Sonic Team, they might have been like, okay, we gotta spend all the time we can to do this. But, because I can't remember for sure who said, actually do this and cut this out and... Okay, I'm apparently going the wrong way, but which way do I need to go? Oh, over here. Like I said, it can be very disorienting, and it's just really annoying to try and do this, but... Anyway. So, yeah. Basically, it just feels like a waste of time. Like I said, it's understandable if you do it, if you haven't even gotten there yet and you just expect a discount because you have a save file. But it should at least count after you do it at least once. Not just to be afterward, you know what I mean? It's just dumb. That basically means you have to go through all that again just to please it. I know that dynamo thing is for that getting that bolt, but I'm not worried about that right now. And watch me later on down the line. It's like, well, I should have got that thing. Anyway, you know, honestly, I used to think that, like, you know, when people would say I wasn't scared when they really were scared, I thought that was more of a cartoon TV show thing as a joke. You know, I thought it was more like that. But in real life, that happens there as well, like in real life as well. And what I mean by that is there's still some people I know that are like I've been admitting to, like, how should I put this? I've been admitting that, like, if I was scared of something, I'm like, oh, that kind of scared me a little bit, or, you know, I admit to some things. And some people are still like, well, I wasn't this, or I did this, or I didn't do this. That kind of thing. I know some people that still do that, and I'm like, you're full of crap. I mean, there's some people that may not, like, say something, as an example, something would scare me or something, but probably scare them too. But they don't admit it. Well, I usually admit, like, oh, that kind of made me jump a little bit, haha. And then, you know, the other person says, well, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, or I didn't jump at all, I wasn't scared, when they were terrified. Now, again, there's some people that may actually have not been scared of something.
The jackpot crate multiplies up.
Anyway, so yeah, it's... I did, you know, some people just straight up lie, and it's just like, why do this? What are you accomplishing by saying, oh, this? Oh, there we go. We got the whip upgrade a little more. I'm thinking somewhere around here there's a, maybe not right, maybe right here. No. Yeah. No. What? Maybe so. Anyway. Just trying to upgrade this a little bit. But yeah, I was just thinking about that, like, I know some people are like, I knew this, or I could do this, you know, talking all big, like they knew something, or, you know, they just didn't say it at the time, you know. It's like that hardly ever actually is true. That's hardly ever true. Okay, I'm gonna need a different weapon for this. How about the lava gun? Or maybe not. Maybe that's a terrible idea. One. Got the nano launcher. You know, actually hitting it is what causes, you know, the enemy to... Woo! Okay. There we go. Apparently needs a little bounce before it gets to the enemy. That was stupid. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is probably part of this is probably because I just spent a few hours on well, like between 2 and 4 hours on the original Ratchet Clank to get the discount. And as I was doing that, I was charging this controller, which was apparently low on battery life. I was using another controller to do it. Now I'm charging the other controller. It's a never-ending cycle. Whoa. But yeah, moments like that, like I jumped a little bit. That was real. Like I was like, whoa. Not that I was like super scared. It was just like I was just like, whoa. But I know that someone would be like, I saw that coming, or I didn't. It's just like, what are you? What the heck are you? Are we in middle or are we in elementary school or what? You know, it's just like, what exactly are you accomplishing with this? I'm not saying, obviously, in some point in my life, I've been like, oh, I wasn't this, or I knew this, and then, you know, I didn't. But I just had to get that tiny little rant out of the way, and I'll admit it was kind of a rant, because it still happens to this day. But again, like, now I will say that, like, whenever I do say that I'm really not as worried about something from the past, like way back in the past, as I'm not worried about that now, even though I sound like it, and that is true. I really don't. I'm really not worried about that stuff. It's just like I say it because it is still dumb if someone actually still did it, but you know what I mean. Here I am coming up with excuses. But anyway. Whenever I rant, I'll let it be known that it's a rant. Or I'll make sure that you know it's like something I'm ranting about now. Because I do try to be honest as I can about things these days. I mean, back in the day, like I said, I mean, I had my moments where I was just like, I didn't want to admit to some things, so I was just like, shoot, I was trying to kill that guy, but I guess not now. There's Skid.
Cover me! Oh, man down!
It's alright, Skid. The fight's over.
Yes!
My chair.
I mean, no. That blows, man. I would have been here sooner, but I encountered some heavy-duty resistance.
Enemy troops?
Well, not exactly. The drive through a Galaxy Burger was wicked slow, and...
Anyway, looks like that last moon is surrounded by an Omega-class disintegration field. Whatever's going on out there, it can't be good. If I had the right tools, I could hack into that generator and shut the field down.
Hey, lucky for you dudes, I brought this. Stand back, bro. I'm like a trained professional and stuff. Don't try this at home.
This is not my
man,
video
it's
thing.
busted. Oh, wait, never mind.
Incoming call from the Galactic Rangers.
Yeah, something really screwed up there. That's never happened to me before.
Blackwater City is under attack. The noise came out of nowhere. The situation is extremely, it's, well, we're pretty much hosed, sir. Run for your lives! Ah! Sir, requesting immediate assistance.
Whoa! I guess I'll be canceling that hoverboard trip to Blackwater City.
The Rangers need our help. Let's go.
I'll, like, catch up with you guys. I think this lock is gonna take a while.
Okay, give us a call if anything comes up.
Like, I'm used to it, like, at the end of the cutscene on this version, like, not doing, like, kind of stopping for a moment and the audio still goes, so it just looks kind of weird, but that's never happened to where it just slows down and then, like, the audio's still going, but the cutscene is just, like, extremely slow and, you know. Let's see. Let's get this right now. It costs a lot of bolts, but it, you know, it's kind of worth it. It's a pretty useful weapon. It's a pretty useful engine after all. From the Thomas movie. Thomas Tank Engine movie. Thomas and the Magic Railroad is what I mean. I mean, it might have been also from another Thomas thing, but you know. So, Thomas. While we're on the subject of Thomas and the Magic Railroad, something I don't know. There's a lot of conversations I repeat, so I don't always remember. It's always long enough to where I don't remember when I have talked about them. And there's that good old music. They kind of remix the music from the first game a little bit, but for the most part, it's the same. Like, I think they may add some instruments here and there, or change some instruments.
The Noids are getting ready for a major attack against our base. Incoming!
So yeah, but like on the subject of Thomas and the Magic Railroad, that's one of those movies that, like, where it's supposed to be about, you know, the main character Thomas, and the main character is hardly in it in favor of having the human actors. And, like, some of the other trains are in it and stuff. Like the trains that